Europe, a continent steeped in history, a mosaic of cultures, a tapestry woven with threads of triumphs and tribulations. From the sun-drenched shores of the Mediterranean to the snow-capped peaks of the Alps, Europe's story unfolds across millennia. This essay embarks on an illuminating journey through time, tracing the footsteps of civilizations that have shaped the continent's destiny. Our journey wouldn't be complete without venturing into the age of exploration. We'll set sail with intrepid explorers like Columbus, da Gama and Magellan, whose expeditions expanded the European worldview. The Enlightenment witnessed the rise of reason and scientific inquiry. We'll delve into the ideas of Locke, Newton and Rousseau, whose writings ignited revolutions in thought and governance. The Industrial Revolution transformed Europe from an agrarian society to an industrial powerhouse. We'll explore the inventions that reshaped daily life, from the steam engine to the cotton gin. Our historical odyssey culminates in the 20th century. We'll witness the horrors of two world wars, the rise and fall of totalitarian regimes, and the Cold War. Through this sweeping panorama of European history, we'll gain a deeper understanding of the forces that have shaped the continent. From the ancient Greeks to modern-day Europeans striving for unity, the story of Europe is a testament to the enduring human spirit. The echoes of empires resonate through the ages, reminding us of the cyclical nature of power. The ruins of ancient cities stand as silent witnesses to the grandeur and fragility of human endeavors. As we embark on this journey through time, let us remember that history is not merely a collection of names, dates and battles. It is a tapestry woven from the lives of countless individuals, their dreams, their struggles and their triumphs. By understanding the past, we gain a deeper appreciation for the present and a clearer vision for the future. Ancient Greece, often heralded as the cradle of Western civilization, offers a fascinating glimpse into the early developments of European society. The civilization began around the 8th century BCE with the emergence of city-states such as Athens, Sparta and Corinth. Each city-state or polis operated independently with its own government and customs, yet they shared common language, religion and cultural practices. This sense of shared identity was most evident during the Olympic Games, a pan-Hellenic festival that celebrated athletic prowess and fostered unity among the Greeks. The Greeks made significant contributions in various fields, with philosophy being one of their most enduring legacies. Thinkers such as Socrates, Plato and Aristotle laid the groundwork for Western philosophical thought. Socrates, through his method of questioning, encouraged critical thinking and self-reflection. His student Plato founded the Academy in Athens and wrote extensively on politics, ethics and metaphysics. Aristotle, a student of Plato, made substantial advancements in logic, science and political theory. Their ideas continue to influence contemporary thought, underscoring the timeless nature of Greek philosophy.
The Roman Empire, emerging in the 1st century BCE, stands as one of the most formidable and enduring empires in history. It began with the rise of Julius Caesar and the transition from the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire under Augustus. The empire's vastness was unparalleled, stretching from the British Isles in the northwest to Egypt in the southeast. This expanse allowed Rome to assimilate a diverse array of cultures, which enriched its own civilization. Roman contributions to law, engineering and architecture are particularly noteworthy. The Roman legal system, codified in the 12 Tables and later expanded under Emperor Justinian, established principles that underpin many modern legal systems. Concepts such as innocent until proven guilty and legal representation originated in Roman law. In engineering, the Romans constructed extensive networks of roads, aqueducts and public buildings that showcased their ingenuity and practical skills. The Colosseum, an architectural feat of its time, remains a symbol of Roman engineering prowess.
The decline of the Roman Empire culminated in the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 CE. Economic troubles, military defeats and internal strife contributed to this decline. Barbarian invasions by groups like the Visigoths and Vandals sacked Roman cities. The empire's division into eastern and western halves weakened its response to threats. Despite its fall, Rome's legacy persisted. The Byzantine Empire preserved Roman law, culture and practices. Constantinople became a center of learning and culture. The Roman Catholic Church preserved and spread Roman traditions. Roman law influenced modern European states. Roman architectural styles inspired European buildings. Latin evolved into the Romance languages spoken today. Classical literature and art were rediscovered during the Renaissance. Roman engineering influenced modern infrastructure. The foundations laid by Greek and Roman civilizations shaped European history.
The fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 CE marked a turning point in European history. Barbarian tribes seized control, fragmenting the political landscape. Amidst the chaos, the Christian Church emerged as a unifying force. Christianity became the official religion under Emperor Theodosius I in 380 CE. Monasteries preserved classical knowledge during widespread illiteracy. The rise of Islam in the 7th century transformed Europe's religious landscape. The Islamic Golden Age influenced European intellectual development. The Carolingian Renaissance offered a glimmer of intellectual and artistic renewal.
Section 2. The Medieval World. Feudalism and the Black Death. Feudalism shaped medieval European society, emerging for stability and protection. Kings granted land to nobles for military service. Nobles granted land to vassals for allegiance. Peasants toiled under the manorial system. The Black Death devastated Europe, killing millions. It disrupted trade and caused social unrest. The pandemic contributed to the decline of feudalism.
Section 3. The Crusades and the Dawn of a New Era. The Crusades, initiated by the Catholic Church in the 11th century, marked a significant turning point in European history. They fostered cultural exchange, stimulated trade, and contributed to the growth of Italian city-states like Venice and Genoa. As the medieval period drew to a close, Europe stood on the cusp of profound change. The Renaissance, a period of renewed interest in classical learning and artistic innovation, was about to dawn.
Section 1. Dawn of a New Age, the Renaissance. The Renaissance, a French word meaning rebirth, marked a transformative period in European history, a vibrant reawakening after the perceived stagnation of the Middle Ages. Starting in the 14th century, this cultural movement originated in Italy, particularly in Florence, before spreading its influence across the continent. It represented a renewed interest in classical learning, art and philosophy, a rediscovery of the intellectual and creative achievements of ancient Greece and Rome. This period challenged medieval norms and ushered in a new era of humanism, where the individual and their potential took center stage. Italy, with its flourishing city-states like Florence, Venice and Rome, provided fertile ground for the Renaissance to take root. These cities, hubs of trade and commerce, accumulated wealth, which patrons of the arts used to commission grand projects and support artists, writers and thinkers. The Medici family of Florence, for example, became renowned for their patronage, playing a pivotal role in nurturing the artistic talents of the time. This patronage system fostered an environment where creativity could thrive and new ideas could be explored. The Renaissance witnessed an unprecedented flourishing of artistic creativity, moving towards realism, perspective and emotional depth. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo and Raphael produced masterpieces that continue to inspire awe. Their works reflected a deep understanding of human anatomy and mastery of light and shadow. Leonardo epitomized the era's spirit of intellectual curiosity and creative genius. He was a painter, sculptor, architect, engineer, scientist and inventor. His notebooks overflowed with sketches, inventions and observations. His iconic paintings showcased his mastery of sfumato. Michelangelo left an indelible mark with his sculptures, paintings and architecture. His David embodies the Renaissance ideal of human physical perfection. His frescoes on the Sistine Chapel ceiling stand as a testament to his artistic vision. Raphael became renowned for his Madonnas and the school of Athens. Masters like Botticelli and Donatello redefined artistic expression, pushing the boundaries of realism and perspective.
The Renaissance's spirit of inquiry and innovation extended beyond the realm of art into the realms of science and exploration. This era challenged long-held beliefs and spurred groundbreaking discoveries that reshaped Europeans' understanding of the world and their place in it. The Renaissance fostered a spirit of exploration, both intellectual and geographical, that would have profound consequences for the future of Europe and the world. Nicholas Copernicus, a Polish astronomer, challenged the prevailing geocentric model of the universe, which placed Earth at the center. His heliocentric theory, proposing that the Earth and other planets revolved around the Sun, sparked controversy and revolutionized astronomy. Galileo Galilei, an Italian astronomer and physicist, supported Copernicus's heliocentric theory through his observations using the newly improved telescope. His discoveries, including the phases of Venus and the moons of Jupiter, provided further evidence against the geocentric model. These scientific advancements challenged the authority of the Catholic Church, which had long upheld the geocentric view. The Church condemned Galileo's work, forcing him to recant his findings. This clash between science and religion highlighted the changing intellectual landscape of the Renaissance, where observation and reason began to challenge traditional dogma. The Renaissance's insatiable curiosity propelled explorers to venture into uncharted waters and seek new horizons. The age of exploration redrew maps, connected continents, and transformed Europe's understanding of the world. Portugal, under Prince Henry the Navigator, led the exploration of Africa's coast. Bartolomeu Dias rounded the Cape of Good Hope in 1488, opening a sea route to India. Vasco da Gama reached Calicut in 1498, establishing a lucrative trade route. Christopher Columbus, under Spanish patronage, sought a westward route to the East Indies in 1492. Columbus landed in the Bahamas, believing he had reached Asia, opening the Americas to European exploration. Section 2. Empires of Spice and Silver, the Impact of Global Trade. The age of exploration led to vast maritime empires and a surge in global trade, profoundly impacting European economies. Spices, silks and porcelain from the East fueled European demand for exotic products. European powers established trading posts and colonies to control goods and maximize profits. The Portuguese controlled key ports in the Indian Ocean, profiting from the spice trade. The Spanish extracted gold and silver from the Americas, fueling European inflation. The English and Dutch established powerful trading companies, amassing wealth through trade. The Columbian Exchange transferred plants, animals and diseases between the Old and New Worlds. New World crops like potatoes and maize diversified European diets and boosted population growth. European livestock transformed agriculture in the Americas, impacting indigenous societies. Diseases like smallpox, carried by Europeans, devastated indigenous populations in the Americas. The transatlantic slave trade emerged, driven by European colonization and labor demand. Millions of Africans were forcibly transported to work on plantations, producing sugar, tobacco and cotton. The Enlightenment, the age of reason and revolution. This intellectual movement emphasized reason, individualism and human progress. Enlightenment thinkers applied reason and empirical observation to society, advocating for reforms. John Locke argued for natural rights and the consent of the governed. His ideas influenced the American and French revolutions, shaping modern democracy.
The 18th century marked a turning point with the advent of the Industrial Revolution. It began in Great Britain, revolutionizing the textile industry with machines like the spinning jenny and power loom. This mechanization increased output dramatically, leading to mass production. The steam engine, invented by James Watt, was a key driver, providing reliable energy. Factories could now be located away from rivers, transforming production. The steam engine also revolutionized transportation with steamboats and locomotives. The rise of factories transformed labor and urban life, attracting workers to cities. Rapid urban growth led to housing shortages and sanitation issues. Workers faced long hours and harsh conditions, leading to social unrest and labor movements. The Industrial Revolution dramatically transformed the social and economic fabric of European societies. The rise of factories and the mass production of goods led to a shift from skilled artisans to a new class of factory workers. These workers, often performing repetitive tasks for long hours, faced challenging working conditions and low wages. The gap between the wealthy factory owners and the working class widened, leading to social tensions and calls for reform. Cities, once centers of trade and commerce, became dominated by factories and slums. The rapid influx of workers from rural areas strained housing, sanitation, and social services. Overcrowding and poor sanitation led to the spread of diseases like cholera and typhus. The stark contrast between the opulence of the wealthy industrialists and the poverty of the working class became a defining characteristic of the industrial city.
The latter half of the 19th century witnessed a second wave of industrialization, often referred to as the Second Industrial Revolution. Rapid advancements in steel, electricity, chemicals, and petroleum transformed industrial processes and everyday life. Electricity became a source of power for homes and factories. Alexander Graham Bell's telephone revolutionized communication. The rise of large-scale corporations and monopolies led to economic power concentration. New ideologies like socialism and Marxism critiqued capitalism's inequalities. Industrialization brought progress and anxieties, including pollution and social unrest. As we conclude our journey through European history, from ancient Greece to the 21st century, we are struck by the forces that have shaped this continent. Europe's story is a tapestry of triumph and tragedy, innovation and conflict. From the philosophers of ancient Athens to the artists of the Renaissance, from the explorers who ventured into uncharted waters to the scientists who unlocked the secrets of the universe, Europe has been a crucible of human ingenuity and ambition, but also the stage for devastating wars and profound social changes.
From the ashes of conflict, a new Europe emerged. The European Union brought peace and prosperity to a continent once riven by war. With its single market and common currency, the EU stands as a beacon of hope. Today, Europe faces economic uncertainty, political polarization, climate change, and migration. Yet it remains a continent of immense cultural diversity and economic dynamism. Europe continues to shape the world with its creativity and innovation. The story of Europe is far from over. It is a tapestry still being woven.